Welcome to this special edition of Galnet News Digest celebrating Intergalactic Men's Day, which will take place this year on the 19th of November.
Now, a lot of our listeners will be thinking, Intergalactic Men's Day? Why should they get a special day? What I want to know is, when is it Intergalactic Women's Day, eh? Am I right?
It's the 8th of March. You ask that every year.
Keep your knickers on, love. Why don't you go make me a nice cup of tea?
Make it yourself. I've got an interview to conduct.
You leave that to me. Run along now. We have a very special guest today. Despite the handicap of being a man, he has risen to the top of his profession. I'm talking, of course, about LCU, no fool like one. He's a male spacewoman, a male scientist, and a male counsellor for Canon Interstellar Research, and, of course, a male presidential candidate.
Well, thank you. But is it really necessary to bring gender into this?
A failed presidential candidate, I mean. Did you really think you could compete with a woman to be male Federation president?
Oh, come on now. Hudson is a man.
Yes, but he had to act more feminine than the women around him to be accepted on equal terms. He was the exception rather than the norm.
It should be about competence and fitness for the job, not gender.
Well, that would certainly account for the result.
Really?
That's a nice outfit you have on. Could you give us a twirl?
Give you a what?
Give us a twirl. Show off your outfits.
I will do no such thing.
Go on. You're such a great role model for other male scientists. They're all wondering how to look good in a lab coat.
How I look in a lab coat has no bearing on my work.
But you have tailored it, haven't you?
Well, yes, just a little, but it's to allow greater freedom of movement.
I love your little accessories too. The pocket protector, the radiation meter. It's quite the ensemble.
Look, could we talk about the science? I've been doing some very important research.
The science, of course. Do you find that your ability to do science is impaired by your weight gain?
No, not at all. Wait, what weight gain?
Well, you have put on a few pounds. The Federal Times has published photos of you in your swimming costume.
What, really? That's a terrible invasion of my privacy.
Your fans need to know.
The only fans he's got are in his fume cupboard.
Look, I thought you invited me here to talk about my achievements.
What achievements?
Quite so. You're not just a pretty face, are you?
Not even.
I've planned a great many scientific expeditions.
That is quite impressive. Was anyone worried that you wouldn't be able to read the galactic map, like a typical male pilot? You crashed the Gnosis, didn't you?
I held a full inquiry and completely exonerated myself.
Perhaps you could just stay home to bring up the clones.
Look, I'm not standing for this nonsense. This interview is over.
Well, I never. He's left the studio. Just goes to show that these male scientists are too emotional. It's probably his time of the month.
You shouldn't say things like that.
Why not?
Because our mics are live.